Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to the Dedan Tolbert Show. I am your host, Dedan Tolbert. So, I told you I was going to go live today. I want to talk about this whole Snoop thing. I want to talk about Trump. I want to talk about the inauguration. In fact, I haven't been live since before the holiday. And the last time I was live, I was here to talk about the Jay-Z situation. And I know a lot of y'all tuned into that. I appreciate it. Thank you. DedanTolbertShow.com. Everybody go subscribe if you haven't already. DedanTolbertShow.com. That's the Patreon. Soon, that's where all the content will be exclusively. But everybody right now is on social media calling Snoop, Nelly, Soulja Boy, Coons, sellouts. And I want to talk about it. Like, I really want to talk about it from an honest, real perspective. What's up, y'all? I see y'all logging on. And real quick, I always tell y'all, this is a Friends of the Dedan Tolbert Show exclusive. I always go live in here first. If you guys are not on, if you're on Facebook, add yourself to the Friends of the Dedan Tolbert Show group, where we talk about great topics, great discussions, everyday debates, all that stuff. But I want to talk about Snoop. Like I said, I talked about Jay-Z. You did not hear that show. Check it out. It was crazy. Diddy, and a lot of that is going to be tied into what we talk about today. But if we're going to call somebody a coon, I feel like we first have to have a working definition of that term, because a lot of people use that term erroneously, right? I put up a Facebook post that said, loving Glorilla, Cardi B, Megan Thee Stallion, Beyonce, City Girls, drill music. I said, when you hate people like Snoop and you hate people like Nelly and Soulja Boy, but you love these other things. Now, I don't love Snoop. I don't love any of these celebrities. But when you love people that are clearly and blatantly tearing down the black community, giving young girls and young boys a negative influence, and you are putting forth a message that glorifies drugs, gang violence, prostitution, like Glorilla. How can you sit and scrunch your face up at Snoop for performing at an inaugural event, an event having to do with the inauguration, as if that's the worst thing in the world, when you love women that are glorifying prostitutions and young girls are listening to this stuff? My daughter is 13 years old, and she hears these things. She sees Cardi B. She knows who Glorilla is. My son is 10. They understand that, hey, wait a minute. They're rapping about selling their body. Megan Thee Stallion raps about selling her vagina. That's who Kamala Harris chose to have perform at a campaign rally. So you're going to sit here and try to tell me that that's worse than Snoop performing Drop It Like It's Hot, or whatever he performed at the inauguration? I find that hard to believe. I don't agree with that. But let's take it a little bit further. Let's move on from that. You have a genre called drill music that literally glorifies killing your ops. That is one of the number one music types out here right now. It's Little Durk, you name them. I don't follow these weirdos, but what's the dude? Pop Smoke, he passed away. But Fabio Foreign, these are popular people. They, if you don't know, they have beef with these people in the street. And then they go and kill them. And then they make music about killing the people that they were beefing with. That is one of the most popular genres on all of radio and all of music. Music that glorifies killing your ops. Who is listening to this music? Black people. That's who's listening to it. It's not white people. It's not Asian people. It's not, none of these other cultures. It's primarily black people who are listening to music about killing black people. So what my point with all this, before I really get into it, is if you are mad about anything Trump related, because the last time I checked, Donald Trump didn't pick up a Tech 9 and do a drive-by on his ops. That is, these drill rappers, these gangbangers, that's worse than anything Trump has said or done. You know that, right? It's a million times worse. It's not less worse. Passing legislation in Congress, signing even a racist law, a racist piece of legislation into law is not worse than killing someone. I'm just saying, do we all know that? So how are you mad at Snoop and Nelly? Nelly is not a drill rapper. Soulja Boy is not a drill rapper. Chrisette Michele didn't glorify selling her vagina, did she? Y'all sit up here and act like Glorilla or Megan Thee Stallion is better than Chrisette Michele for when she performed at the inauguration. That's not right. Y'all sound crazy. You're sitting here really trying to tell me, she's canceled. Well, somebody passed me the memo when we are going to cancel Glorilla, who last time I checked had one of the #1 albums in the country. Everybody is singing these damn Glorilla songs, man. She's not even a good rapper. Let's start there. She's not even a good rapper. Lauryn Hill was a good rapper. Rhapsody is a good rapper. MC Lyte was a good rapper. Queen Latifah was a good rapper. Glorilla is not a good rapper. Even Nicki Minaj is a good rapper. I don't like her music, but she can rap. Like, she can rap her ass off. Glorilla cannot rap. She can write, or somebody writes it for her, but she ain't getting in no booth and freestyling. She's trash. So you're sitting there trying to tell me that somehow Cardi B is worse for our people than Chrisette Michele. Please tell me, seriously, I'm going to have a real conversation. Like, do y'all really believe that? Because you sound stupid. If you, listen to what I'm saying to you. If you were one of these idiots who tried to say Chrisette Michele should be canceled, but you right now on your playlist have Glorilla twerking her ugly ass, twerking on the hood of a car, if you're sitting here trying to tell me that that's somehow better than Chrisette Michele, log off right now. Take your phone and log off right now. Because you sound crazy. Anyone with a brain, no one with a brain would say or think there's anything better about Cardi B or Megan Thee Stallion or any of these people that we're talking about than Chrisette Michele. Or Snoop or Nelly, for that matter. So, not to belabor the point, I want to move on, but I just need y'all to understand y'all sound crazy. So that's the Facebook post, and shout out to everybody who followed it and is talking about it right now. But I could not talk about this live. If you think something is wrong with Snoop, but you love Glorilla, you are crazy. You, whoever that applies to. Okay? Let's move on. And I got my little notes here because there's so much, man. I don't, you know what I mean? Like, this is the Dedan Tolbert show. I just want to be clear. I'm not like these weirdos on here that just get on here and talk about nothing and ramble for it. I don't do that. Y'all know what I do. When I only go live when I have something to say, and I say it and I move on. You know what I'm saying? So that's what we're going to do today. I have a newsflash. Okay? I have a newsflash for you guys. You're saying Donald Trump is racist. Okay. Here's the newsflash. All of these presidents are racist. They're all racist. Guess what? Joe Biden, racist. Bill Clinton, racist. Donald Trump, racist. All of them. Barack Obama, controlled by racists. Bought and paid for by racists. Do y'all, hey, listen. I told some of my frat brothers about this. There's a really good interview on The Breakfast Club with Hill Harper. Many of you may know Hill Harper ran for Senate and lost in Michigan. And in that interview, he does a really good job of talking about how politicians in the Senate, Congress, presidency, they're bought and paid for by lobbyists, big pharma, big oil. These major corporations are literally buying and paying for candidates like Barack Obama, like Joe Biden, like Kamala Harris. They give these millions and millions and hundreds of millions of dollars to these campaigns, and that at that point they own them. And I'm just telling you this. Listen, Google Hill Harper on The Breakfast Club and just listen to his interview. I've been talking about it for years, but I'm just saying, if you want to hear from someone else say the same things, from someone who's actually in politics, pull up that interview. But, so the point that I'm making is that we say, well, why would somebody like Chrisette Michelle, why would somebody like Snoop perform at an event connected to the presidential inauguration? Well, what's the difference? That's what I'm trying to get y'all to understand. Can we all sit here and agree that Joe Biden is racist? See, I'm old enough to remember, and we talked about this. I did a whole special on that prior to the election where I talked about this. But Joe Biden is racist. This is not a secret. This is not anything new. He has been racist and has a history of racist comments, policies, and legislation for years, decades, in fact. So my point is, this is not rhetorical. What is the difference between an artist performing for Donald Trump and an artist performing for Joe Biden? The answer is absolutely nothing. There's no difference whatsoever. Joe Biden has called people boy. Hey, boy. Like, let Donald Trump call somebody boy in any context. People would lose their minds. Joe Biden has made, I'm not going to go through them all, but Google it. Just Google Joe Biden racist comments over the years, and you tell me if he's racist. So all I'm saying, Bill Clinton has done and said racist things. This is documented. So all I'm saying, we live in this, this bubble. It's like, well, Donald Trump is racist, as if 90% of these politicians are not also racist. And all I'm saying is, y'all get up there and shuck and jive when it's convenient. But when it's Donald Trump related, it's like, oh my gosh, it's the worst thing in the world. But when it's Joe racist ass Joe Biden, people get quiet. There's no difference, guys. Y'all think one racist white man, they're the same age, 1 or 2 years apart. Y'all think they both didn't grow up the same way with the same thoughts? Like, what do y'all think this is, man? You know what I'm saying? I'm not making this stuff up. You didn't see the Anita Hill trial? How Joe Biden interrogated a black woman for being harassed? Racist comments, racist cross-examinations? So, listen. We talk about, he's a coon. They're coon. Do y'all even know? Let me ask you a question. How many people have taken a course in African American studies? I took a course in high school. I took a course on African American in film and television in college, and we talked about Step and Fetch It. We talked about the Black Buck. We talked about the real origin of the term coon. And one of the things that I want to tell y'all about that, because a lot of you guys are using that term incorrectly. You guys are calling people like Kanye West a coon or Snoop a coon, or although Snoop is a coon, and I'll talk about that. But you're using that term to label people just because they have a thought process that's different from yours, or different from what the media tells you are the thoughts of the masses. That's not the definition of a coon, guys. You don't even know what a coon is, but I'm about to tell you. But you got to first understand what it is so you sound intelligent on social media when you use these terms. Y'all sound crazy. You don't even know what a coon is. Stephen A. Smith is a coon. And I'm going to tell you what that means. A coon, guys, ironically, even though Stephen A. Smith is the epitome of a coon, he made some comments on the Trump situation and the Snoop conversation that are actually 100% correct, and I 100% agree with. But the definition of a coon, guys, is, so when it originates from the plantation. When you had the slave master, first of all, you had this establishment of slavery in this country. That's the environment in which we came from. And so when you have this environment that's predicated on slaves, you have to have people in place to enforce these racist policies and laws and things like that, and this racist agenda. So you have the people, then you have like the watchmen. They watched over the slaves, right? But the watchmen are not able to see everything that goes on the plantation. You have your guards, they'll whip you and they'll carry out the master's bidding. But you have to have the watchmen, they need someone on the inside to do their bidding, right? And to carry out the agenda of the master who is carrying out the overall agenda. Those people on the quote unquote inside are black. Right? They are black, but the point is they are black, but they are not, they're still slaves themselves, but they have been convinced and have been put into a position of quote unquote authority, not really authority, but higher than the lower level slaves, where they can have some type of control over the slaves, and they are there specifically to do the master's bidding. So the reason why I say one of the reasons why I say Stephen A. Smith is a slave is because if you watch him, he regularly, first of all, he's put in place by the rich white man, the head of ESPN, the head of the conglomerate that we all know is there to brainwash us with these racist ideologies. So you have to have these people in place like Charlemagne the God, like Stephen A. Smith, like Snoop Doggy Dogg. You put these people in place of power and influence, and then they are able to influence the masses, their people, negatively. Turn on the Breakfast Club. You see you see Charlemagne acting like a coon. He's the buffoon. He is the epitome of a buffoon. He pushes the gay agenda. These dumbass gay jokes, him and Envy. What two black men flirt with each other every morning? You ain't never seen me ever say nothing crazy like that with nobody ever in the history of life. But you see every single morning Charlemagne and DJ Envy, who may or may not be actually gay, joking about sex with each other. That is pushing a gay agenda that they all want pushed into the black community. You see Charlemagne every chance he gets tearing down Kanye West, who's actually speaking a lot of truth about the industry and the racism that exists in the industry. You see Snoop pushing pushing the liquor to the black people. You see Snoop pushing the gang culture onto black people. They give him endorsement after endorsement after endorsement. Steve Harvey actually is a coon. Monique called him out on it. Kudos to Monique, who sat on his couch, looked him in the eye and say, Steve, my brother, I love you, but you are a coon. You are pushing the agenda that they put you in place. They will pay you millions and millions of dollars. Back in the slave days, they'll give you a big steak. They'll give you a big steak to poison your people. The Africans, they were coons. They were paid to sell their own people into slavery. They were the original coons. So what my point is, y'all are using these terms incorrectly. And again, Snoop is a coon, but not for the reasons that you're saying he's a coon. Performing at the inauguration doesn't make you a coon. You know what I'm saying? Y'all, you know. So hopefully you understand the definition, have a better, more work. Just Google it though. Look it up. Look up some actual examples of real life coonery. Disagreeing with you does not make someone a coon. You have to have some level of power. Somebody on social media is not a coon because y'all going back and forth and debating. He's not in a position of power over you. He has no influence. He's not there to push an agenda put in place by the white man. Look around you. Who is pushing the agenda of the white man to the black people? Those are the real coons. Any names come to mind? You know what I'm saying? Let me explain something to y'all, man. Y'all get so mad about, like, most of y'all work in corporate America or whatever you do. I spent 20 years in corporate America. And they don't care about y'all. They didn't care about me. I was a number. I was a high earning performer. I made a lot of money and I made the bank a lot of money, right? But at the end of the day, they didn't care about me. They cared about the money that I was making for them. So what I'm saying to y'all is, I've told this story on the show many times. I wrote my first book, The Love We Had, at my desk. I was getting paid a lot of money. The book that y'all love, best-selling, award-winning author of the novel, The Love We Had, the book that started everything, the greatest love story ever told. I wrote that book working a 9-to-5 job. And then I got people to help me sell it. And I sold that. I marketed it on MySpace. Everything y'all see, I did it. I did it first. I marketed my book. I sold books on Facebook. Who do you know, what author you know sold books exclusively on MySpace? My point is this. They were using me. They were using me, guys. I was laying the foundation for this podcast while I was getting paid a nice salary in corporate America. Some of y'all do that right now. My point is this. If corporate America, these corporations are going to use you, y'all need to get smart and start using them. We built this country. Black people built this country. Y'all are some of the hardest workers in your companies, in this society. They are using you. So why on earth would you not use them for their benefits, for their food stamps, for their health care, Obamacare, whatever they want to give you? Use it. Don't be stupid and don't be proud. Back in the day, y'all remember back in the day when we were kids and we didn't have food stamps, but a lot of people did that I went to school with. And it was like a thing like, oh, you're poor, you got food stamps. The government is giving you free money. COVID, they gave us free money. Y'all, why do y'all feel bad about using the government for what they have been using us for forever? I'm telling y'all this. Any benefit that they want to give you, use it. Because they're going to use you. When you go to work, they're using you. When you pay taxes, they're using you. Use them. Don't be stupid. Any hustle I can get from the government, I'm going to try to get legally. I ain't trying to go to jail. But and my point is, so if you're, I don't care who you are, if you're Chrisette Michelle, if you're Snoop, if you're Soulja Boy, and some racist prick says, hey, we want to pay you $2 million to perform here for 30 minutes, do it. It doesn't matter. Use them. They don't care about Snoop. They don't care about Soulja Boy. They don't care about Chrisette Michelle. They're using her. So why would you not use them? And my point is this. I know women who have sold their body literally to feed their kids. I know women right now who are on a stripper pole because, not saying they can't get another job, but where they going to get another job that pays them $5,000 a night, or $1,000 a night for that matter, or $500 a night? Whatever they're making is probably more than you, to feed their you know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that's right, and I'm not saying it, you know, but I'm saying I'm not going to judge them, because who am I to judge someone else for how they choose to feed their family? Unless I'm going to say, hey, you know what? Don't do that. You know, I'm pick up you don't need to sell your vagina. You don't need to go in that champagne room and let that dude hit it for $100, you know, on the low. You know what? Matter of fact, here's $200. Matter of fact, you're gonna make $1,000 a night. I'm gonna go in my stash. Here's $1,000. Don't go to work tonight. I'm not gonna do that. I'm not paying nobody not to strip. Just like you're not paying Chrisette Michelle not to perform at the inauguration. Y'all want to judge her, but are you going to pay her salary? Are you going to feed her family? No. Are you going to send her son to private school? No. So then don't worry about how she makes her money. Don't worry about, now Snoop isn't hurting for money, but I'm not going to judge. He's worth 100, 200 million, but I'm still not going to judge that man for how he chooses to make his money. If you don't want to perform for Trump for $2 million, fine, don't perform for Trump, but don't knock the next man. You listen to Gorilla. You know what I'm saying? You don't want people to, I know what you do. You don't want to be judged for the things that you do. So why are you judging Snoop? You let a man run a train on you in college. So why, but you worried about, I'm just, my point, you've done some things you're not proud of. Fellas, you sold drugs you sold drugs in your community. You've literally poisoned these kids with drugs, and you want to sit down and judge a man for making an honest living just because you don't agree with it, when you literally have supported your family selling crack. But we want to judge Nelly? You want to judge Soulja Boy? You're not paying that man's light bill? I'm just saying, I'm nobody to judge. I'm trying to shoot. I wish somebody would try to tell me not to take $100,000 because somebody wants me to perform someplace. Guess what? I don't even care. I do these shows when I feel like I've done over 3,000 shows. No one has done more podcasts than me. Y'all know that, right? No one. No one has done more podcast episodes than me. Period. No one ever. I'm the first to do it, and I've done it the most. I don't even, my point is, I don't even care about it anymore. I could not log on to Facebook for a week, and sometimes I don't. Y'all know I be disappearing. I don't care. So my point is, I wish I would care what a stranger who I never met and will never see says about how I choose to feed my daughter. That's crazy. You think Snoop cares what you think? Do you really think Snoop cares what you think? Y'all sound crazy judging these, just as crazy y'all sound wishing celebrities happy birthday. Happy birthday, Beyonce. What's wrong with y'all? What is, not y'all, I know y'all listen, y'all, not y'all, like, you know what I'm saying? But people sound crazy. Why are y'all so infatuated with these celebrities, man? I mean, it's really, you know, mind-boggling, actually, how celebrities have the power to make y'all upset. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all be getting mad over stuff that y'all see from celebrities who don't even know you exist. Let's move on. Who saw Elon Musk do the this guy, this dude, man, this is a weird, this nigga. What kind of weird crap? Everybody, oh, did you see that? Oh my gosh, did you see Elon Musk? He's racist. Oh my, this is it for us. We're out of here. Oh, it's over for us. We got Elon Musk. He's a racist. Oh my God. Where do y'all think y'all live? Where do y'all think y'all live? We live in America, guys. I hate to be the bearer of bad news. These racists are everywhere. They're in your job. They're on your TV. They're on your radio. They sign your paychecks. Like, I don't know what y'all think this is, man. People are just more bold about it now. Hulk Hogan told y'all he was racist years ago. They kicked him out of WWE because he's racist, and now he's back in WWE. He's literally calling his daughter's boyfriend a nigger on the phone. That nigger, the Hulkster. And now y'all just, oh man, Hulk Hogan is canceled because he supports Trump. We heard him call a black man a nigger out of his own mouth years ago. People have short memories. Everybody, did y'all know that people looked at Joe Biden the way they look at Trump now? Back in the day, Joe Biden was the main racist. I don't know what's up with black people, man. It's like y'all have the shortest memories ever, or y'all just are ignorant and don't know or care to know what's going on. Joe Biden has been racist. Hulk Hogan has been racist. What do y'all think this is, man? None of this stuff is new. We're not seeing anything new. Y'all act like, oh, Elon Musk threw up the hell. You act like someone throwing up a Hail Hitler sign is the only way to know that someone is racist. I mean, people, you should have been known that. You should have been known that. These people are puppets. They're controlled by the racists run this country. Look at how Israel is treating Palestine. That is predicated on racism. Who is in cahoots with Israel? The United States government. You know what I'm saying? They're practicing genocide. And y'all are voting for it. Y'all voted for Joe Biden and to support this stuff, man. When we had a black man on the ballot. We live in a society where people literally were willing to vote for a racist white man over a black man. In case you didn't know, I voted for Cornel West, the black man. But I told y'all I was going to do that when he was voting for Joe Biden. When he was running against Joe Biden. So I wasn't just going to change my vote. I wouldn't have voted for Kamala no matter what. But aside from that, y'all were going to vote for a racist white man over a black man running with a black woman. That's how jacked up we are as a people. That's crazy. And y'all look at me like, oh, there's something wrong with him, or there's something wrong with this guy or that guy. No, there's something wrong with people who think it's okay to vote for a racist white man when you have a black man running with a black agenda. How many of y'all up there in Detroit? I know we got people tuning in from all over. Hill Harper ran for Senate up there in Detroit. I don't know if it was Detroit, somewhere in Michigan. And he lost. He only got 20% of the votes. He ran as a Democrat. He ran against a white woman. He went on the Breakfast Club to tell y'all why they should vote for him. And black people just didn't vote. I actually think Hill Harper would be a great candidate for anything. If you really listen to him. And then we complain that, oh, we only got Joe Biden, or we only got whatever we got. We don't support the people that we should support. So, it's crazy, but can I ask y'all one more thing though before I move on to the next point? Elon Musk threw up this sign, but y'all y'all know me and y'all know what I do. I am the first and only person that has been exposing secret and hidden symbols from these celebrities, right? You ever see these celebrities doing this crap? Or throwing up devil horns on the low and pyramids and covering the one eye and all types of weird crap that y'all see all over? You don't know what that is, right? I've been telling y'all this stuff for what, 20 years? So what I'm saying is I've been telling y'all this stuff for years, and everybody looks at me like I'm crazy. Like, oh, I didn't see that. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe they're a Kappa, or maybe they're a Sigma, or maybe they're a Delta. I don't know. Maybe she just had something in her eye. I don't know. She's just covering her eye. Every celebrity, they're just covering up. Come on, man. I've been showing y'all blasphemy in entertainment, Satanism in entertainment, demonic symbolism. I've been showing y'all symbolism forever. But now all of a sudden, y'all see the symbols? Now, but you see this. If it's racism, you see that. But when it's, see, the Bible tells us, for we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but spiritual wickedness in high places. What do you think spiritual wickedness means? What do you think that means? Satanism. People who are evil. People who worship the devil. Jay-Z, Beyonce. All these weirdos that put demonic and satanic imagery in their music and their songs. That's the real symbolism that you need to be concerned about. Not this. We live in America. Guess what? Somebody ain't got to do that for them to be racist. The real problem is these Satanists. The people pushing an anti-God agenda. And while we're on the topic of God, can I ruffle some feathers real quick? Because y'all know me, like I said, I don't be caring. You know what I mean? I got to ruffle some feathers. Because I see a lot. I don't post a lot. I don't go live a lot. But when I do, you better tune in because you know I got something to say. But just be thinking sometimes. You know, the Supreme Court overturned the Roe v. Wade. And everybody was upset about that. Was, oh no, this is wrong. We got to put it back. So wait, let me just get this straight. I just gotta get this straight. So, killing babies is okay, right? Y'all are good with that. You're good with killing babies, like literal fetuses. You're okay with abortion, but performing for Trump. Oh my God, that's where you draw the line. It's okay to kill the baby. It's okay for a woman to have sex, get pregnant off of a one-night stand by some nigga that doesn't give a damn about them, and then get an abortion, and then guess what? A month later, go do the same crap again, and y'all have no problem with that. That is perfectly fine. Let's put Roe v. Wade back into place so women can go ahead and kill multiple babies multiple times. And that's fine. Women should be able to kill babies. But Snoop performing for Trump. Oh my God. Oh my, whoa. Snoop performed at the White House. Oh, what the, he's the devil. Nelly, he sang country grammar for Trump. He's the worst person in the world. But you got somebody over here who's had 10 freaking abortions. Maybe I'm tripping. I don't know. Let me just log off. Because sometimes I feel like I'm tripping. But I know I'm not tripping. And you know I'm not tripping. Logically, does that make any sense? You think it's worse for Soulja Boy to crank that Superman for Trump? You think that's worse than a woman having multiple abortions, just using abortion as a form of contraception? Because I don't think that's right. I don't think that's worse. Call me crazy. I don't think that's worse. I actually think abortions are worse than Chrisette Michele singing the Goodbye Game, which is one of my favorite songs, at a Trump function. Me personally, I don't know. Maybe I'm tripping. Maybe in 2025, that's just something that's a way of thinking that's outdated. But I was driving. I'm like, wait, hold on. I wasn't even going to talk about that. I was like, hold on, wait. Are they serious? Like, I see it online. People literally are talking about abortion this, abortion that. No, give women back their rights. But Snoop doesn't have the right to perform for who he wants to perform. I don't get it. Women should be able to have the right for their women's rights. Respect women's rights. But what about Snoop's rights? What about, I don't know. Maybe let me move on, because I don't get it, man. Y'all sound crazy. Y'all sound really crazy, man. Let me just say, I'm gonna say this again later, but I gotta say this now while it's on my mind. Some of y'all have misplaced priorities and misplaced outrage. If your bank account is overdrawn, I don't want to hear nothing about Snoop, man. Get your bank account right. You know what I mean? You got a $35 overdraft times 4 because 4 different transactions came through. I don't want to hear nothing about Snoop. Snoop is fine. His account isn't overdrawn. You in check systems. If you are in check systems, and you know what check systems is. You know when you go to the bank, hey, I'd like to open up an account. Okay, cool. What's your social? 161 da da da. Okay. What kind of account you want to open? I want a checking and savings. Okay, for my kids. Okay, let me see something. All right. Yeah, you have your driver's license. Okay, let me just. Oh, wait a minute. Oh. Yeah, so it's showing that you're in check systems, so we're not going to be able to open up. Yeah, it looks like you owe Citizens Bank $1,000. And they get that stupid look at. Oh, what? Citizens? What? I never bank with it. Yes, you did. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm talking about. Your ass is in check systems for them overdrafts. You don't pay them overdraft fees. You will go into check systems and you will not be able to open up a bank account. That's why you got the Russell Simmons Rush card. You got the Rush debit card. I don't even know if he does it anymore. You know what I'm talking about. The prepaid debit card. Because you can't open up a real bank account. My point is this. There's a lot of people with the Russell Simmons Fat Farm Rush card talking about Snoop is a coon. No, you're the real coon for not paying your bills and perpetuating the negative stereotype that about black people and finances. See, I spent 20 years in banking, so when I tell y'all something, I know what I'm talking about. A lot of y'all are in check systems. So let's get your priorities straight. Stop worrying about Chrisette Michelle. Stop worrying about Nelly. Stop worrying about Donald Trump. You got enough on your plate to worry about. Okay? Now, let me, how about that? Hail Hitler. That, y'all worried about that. Worry about hailing that damn overdrawn account. Now, mommy, what? I thought what happened, mommy? I thought we were opening up a checking account. No, we'll come back. I thought, no, you said I need to save. You said we're going to go to PNC to open up the... Yeah, we'll do that. Mommy's in check systems. You know what I'm saying? So, can I talk to y'all about something real quick? Can we talk about Trump? I want to talk about Trump. Donald Trump is not thinking about you. One of the things about Donald Trump is this. He's an interesting person because we've never seen a politician like Trump in the sense that he doesn't care what you think. Politicians in general don't care what you guys think. Politicians care about pleasing the people that put them into office. Let me give you an example. Barack Obama got a large portion of the black community to vote for him. So when he got into office, he did certain things that would make black people say, wow, ooh, ah. So Donald Trump is the same way. A lot of white nationalists, a lot of racists, a lot of rednecks, they voted for Trump. A lot of billionaires voted for Trump. And so what we're seeing now is Trump is now on day one doing a lot of the things specifically for the people that put him into office. That's all they care about. Politicians don't care about, like, if you didn't vote for Trump, he does not care about you and what you want. Y'all, I'm just telling you, you know that, right? Trump says what he's going to do, and then for the most part, he does what he said he's going to do, and he lets the chips fall where they may. Hey, I'm going to, deport these Mexicans, or we're going to crack down on the border. I'm going to whatever else he says he's going to do. He has a whole laundry list of things. Those things are going to coincide. I did a whole show on Project 2025. Listen to it if you missed it. He's doing those things because those are the people that put him in the office. So I'm saying all this to say, y'all are spending so much time getting worked up about someone who does not care about you and will never care about you. He cares about that's who he cares about. That's who he's going to, that's his base. Trump is not getting there is no re-election. He already did 4 years. He's just about to do another 4 years. You are about to see an unprecedented level of I don't care. You know what I'm saying? I don't give a flying. That's what you're about to see from Trump. He can't be stopped. He has the majority in the Senate and the Congress, the House of Representatives, in the Senate. He has a large base of people who support what his agenda, what he does. He does not care about you. Okay? People are all these memes. Oh, Trump repealed this law from from 1960 of affirmative action. Guys, Trump is not here to please black people. There's never been a president who is here to please black people. Not Barack, not Clinton, not Biden, nobody. They are there to please who they are there to please. Whoever paid them the most money, that's who they're going to appease. Okay? Not you. So I'm just letting you know. He pardoned all 1,500 of the January 6 rioters. People say, oh my God, he told you he was going to do that. He told you that's what he's going to do. They were there to protest on his behalf. They weren't just there to wreck shit. They weren't just there to cause trouble for no reason. They were there because they felt like the election was stolen. And I'm not justifying it because they were wrong as hell. But they were there on behalf of Trump. So what the heck do you think he's going to do? If all y'all listening right now, if I get arrested and you say, yo, man, this dude literally started podcasting. Like, everything we see around, people giving advice, doing videos in their cars, everything you see from these weirdos, relationship, life coaching, all this stuff. We acknowledge Dedan Tolbert literally was a pioneer in everything that we see on the internet. So we're going to ride for him. Come on, y'all. Let's go down to the jail and let's break him out. And y'all put me in a position of power. Guess what? I'm pardoning all y'all. I appreciate y'all. Y'all my people. Y'all are the friends of the Dedan Tolbert show. I'm a pardon you. Go wreck shop. Flip a car over. Break me out of there, man. What you think that's what I'm supposed to do. Just like that's what Trump is supposed to do. It is what it is. Like Joe Biden, he pardoned his son. His son got arrested and was most likely going to do some time or whatever was going to happen to him. Joe Biden said, oh, hell no. I'm about to be up out of here, literally. Literally and figuratively and politically. Bro, you're pardoned. Let my son go. So, like, that's what he's supposed to do. If my son gets arrested for something, I have the power to break him out and to pardon him. Okay, guess what? That's what I'm going to do. Like, what did you expect? You said, that's wrong for Trump to do. What? Okay. Just like it was wrong for black folk to go and riot when George Floyd got killed or when Philando Castile got killed. You flipped over cop cars. You beat up police. You stormed the city hall. You spray painted. You rioted. You looted. You know what I'm saying? Like, you stole TV, whatever y'all were, they were doing. Well, okay. Well, guess what? That was wrong. Just like January, there's no difference. But the media says, oh, that's January 6th. They stormed the Capitol. What? Google Black Lives Matter riots and loots. Well, guess what? That was for a cause, right? Just like that was for a cause, January 6th was for a cause. The only difference is you agree with the George Floyd cause, but you don't agree with the January 6th cause. That's why you're trying to make some type of difference. It's no different. January 6th was no different than George Floyd, them destroying Atlanta and burning Atlanta to the ground. There's no difference. Rioting is rioting. Looting is looting. Assaulting police officers is assaulting police. It's all wrong. But, you do what you are passionate about. When Dedan gets arrested, y'all gonna riot and loot to break me out of it. I appreciate y'all. Thank you. It's still wrong, but y'all are my people. Black Lives Matter was George Floyd's people. January 6th was Trump's people. When your girlfriend calls you up, girl, that nigga cheating. I know he's over that bitch's house. I know he's there. What? Say less. We out. Wrapping up the headscarf, throwing the Uggs on, grabbing the baseball bat, getting the sugar to go put in his gas tank. You go, girl, come on, we out. We gotta take a ride. Where we go? Don't worry, we gotta just go. Come on. Get your mace. This nigga at that bitch crib. You gonna ride for your people, right? Well, guess what? That was Donald Trump's people. You know what I'm saying? You can't judge somebody else's people just because they're not your people. You ride for your people. Trump's people ride for him. It is what it is. You don't have to agree with it. Guess what? And Trump doesn't care if you agree or not. What else do I want to talk about? Y'all get real mad about this stuff, man. Let me tell you something. Presidents are not here to make y'all happy. Chrisette Michelle is not here to make you happy. Snoop is not there to make y'all happy. Y'all got me losing my voice out here, man. Let me ask y'all a question. When y'all look at, social media, do you ever be like, I wish they would just shut up? You know what I mean? Because I do. I look at this stuff and I'm like, wow, I wish she would shut up. Some of y'all might look at my post and like, I wish she would shut up. But it's just like certain people, all they do is complain. And I just want to end on this. I'm going to end it on this. Shout out to my man, Oshel. I see you tuned in, bro. Oshel's my main man. We did a segment on the Dedan Tolbert show years ago. And it was called Between Brothers. And I'm going to bring it back, actually. I just talked to him yesterday. We're going to do, that's my brother for real. We're going to, we did a show on stop complaining because we are blessed. And we need a 2025 version of that. Some of y'all have to stop complaining and understand that you're blessed. You're blessed if Trump is in office. You're blessed if Kamala is in office. You're blessed in 4 years when somebody else is in office. Y'all got to stop complaining. I am hopeful. I was telling somebody this earlier. I am hopeful that Donald Trump is going to do some of the things that he said he was going to do that will put this country in a better position. Do I agree with everything Trump has said he's going to do? Absolutely not. And there's something wrong with you if you support everything that anyone does. If you supported everything that Barack did, there's something wrong with you. If you support everything that Trump did, if you supported everything Kamala said she was going to do, that's a problem. That means you don't know politics. No politician is perfect. These politicians are puppets. They're bought and paid for to do their agenda. Not Trump's agenda. Trump is bought and paid for to do somebody else's agenda. So my point is this. All we can do as Christians is be prayerful and hopeful and optimistic that they're going to do a portion of what we would like them to do. No one's going to do everything we want them to do. Does Trump have some good ideas? Absolutely. Does he have some crazy ideas? Absolutely. But the Bible says we should pray for our leaders. Right? Am I lying? That's what the Bible says. Donald Trump, like it or not, guys, is our leader. So we should pray for him. And we should pray for peace. And we should pray for wisdom and guidance. Whether you voted for him or not. You should pray for him. Just like you pray for your enemies. You pray for your friends. You pray for your family. The Bible says you should pray for your leaders. So pray for Trump. Pray he does better. If you didn't like how we did the last 4 years, pray he does better these next 4 years. But what you should not do is wake up in the morning and get on your keyboards and type complaints every single day about people who literally don't care anything about you. Not Snoop, not Donald, not Trump, not Chrisette Michelle, not Nelly, not Soulja Boy, not Rick Ross. None of these people care about you. You know what I'm saying? So why you care about them is beyond me. Let's stop being hypocritical. Let's stop the hypocrisy in the black community. Let's not glorify prostitution, drugs, gangbanging, and then try to point a finger at Snoop for getting a check for performing at an inauguration event. Because that's crazy. I'm just saying, man. Hey, man. Like I said, hopefully y'all enjoyed today. I got a lot of shows I want to do, a lot of new topics I want to cover in 2025. Like I said, go right now, subscribe at DaDonTolbertShow.com. That's my Patreon. You can subscribe for free. Just go ahead, subscribe. Soon, all episodes of the Dadon Tolbert Show will be right there at DaDonTolbertShow.com. Add yourselves to the Friends of the Dadon Tolbert Show group. TRCLifeCoaching.com. I do life coaching. Send me an email if you have questions. You want to set up a free consultation, askdadon@gmail.com. And I appreciate y'all for listening. I'll see y'all next time.